Welcome to NFL Road, where the NFL news gets reported here first by our trusty reporter Jake. As if it couldn't get for the Chargers to lose two key contributors of the offense and defense, now the Chargers lose Rashawn Slater for the year with a torn bicep, and they lose Joey Bosa as he had groin surgery. The good news for Bosa is he could be back as soon as 8 weeks, which is a groin muscle surgery could be anywhere between 10 to 12 weeks. So it might not be as bad as we all think, as the Chargers do have a tough road ahead of them, and they desperately need Joey Bosa on that defensive line. Lions head coach Dan Campbell was talking about DeAndre Swift, who has a shoulder injury. Campbell said that he could be out as much as 2 weeks possibly. It's a week-to-week injury. But Swift can do, and what Amon-Ra St. Brown can do, who St. Brown did not play last night, or I should say yesterday. The things that those two guys can do, that St. Brown and Swift can do, complement the offense perfectly. They want a guy in the backfield that can catch the ball. They want a guy like St. Brown that can move around and for him to be explosive all over the field. And not having those guys, like, it's very impressive you scored 30, 35, 40 points, but it's not good enough if you don't have those two guys out there. For the New York Giants, it couldn't get any worse, as wide receiver Sterling Shepperd tore his ACL. He's done for the year on the final play of the game. Injuries are the worst thing in the sport. Injuries that involve no contact, non-contact related injuries, that's the worst of all, because there's nothing you can do. And on this play, the ball's not going to Sterling Shepperd. He's de-accelerating. He's not hit by the defender in any way. All you see him is running, and he's slowing down, and when he takes his final step to stop, he then goes up and grabs his knee and goes to the ground. A real loss for the wide receiver room of the New York Giants, especially you don't really have anybody that can get open and do all these things, and Daniel Jones has complete confidence in is going to get the job done, like he did it with Sterling Shepperd. Panthers' Christian McCaffrey was put on the injury report this past week for an apparent quad injury. According to McCaffrey, he said, "If I go to the bathroom in this place, I get put on the injury report," which I understand he's joking, but it's almost correct in a way. He's always on the injury report. He's never not on it. And when he's gone because he's banged up and he can't play, this Panthers offense looks very different now. Granted, they've won one game this year. But without him, they're so much better with him than without him, that the offense just sputters, which it's already been doing, but not having him is far worse of an outcome in terms of what you can and cannot do on offense. The Bills have signed veteran cornerback Xavier Rhodes, and that's because they don't have anybody. The Bills are so banged up that even bringing in Rhodes at this point in the year is probably the best decision they can make, because they just don't have anybody. Poyer is gone. Well, Poyer did not play against the Patriots. Your other safety's gone for the year. Micah Hyde's gone for the year. You got nobody in terms of cornerbacks. They've been all injured. You need some veteran presence. And that's what you brought in Xavier Rhodes for. For the NFL, they've used turf fields for quite a while. I would say for the past 20, 25 years, they've used turf fields. And OBJ wants the NFL to get away with turf fields, saying that they were the reason that caused his injury. Now, I don't fully agree with that. However, I do agree with when you go and play on grass one week and then go on turf the next, there's a big change in terms of you're wearing different cleats, because you have to wear longer cleats for the grass. You have to wear shorter cleats for turf. However, it's a lot harder to run on turf. So what these guys are running on turf is what they would be running by people on a track. So in all likelihood, this won't be changed, but we'll see. OBJ though wants it to change. And for the Patriots, had to start quarterback Brian Hoyer, which we will talk about in another video, because of the Mac Jones injury that could take him out for a few games.